welcome into the DNVR Rockies Podcast. I am your host, Suzie Hunter, and oh boy, guess what? We have a show. We have a show for you today. We are going to talk about the National League games last night, plus the one AL game we got. Pretty much everyone has decided except for the Phillies and the Braves. We will talk about the Prime effect and how it is sweeping the nation. And we will also talk about, we're just gonna, maybe we'll talk about, wait, why did I put this in our outline? Tiffany, we've never solved the mystery of who put this. We have like a new piece of furniture in the women's bathroom here at DNVR, and it's this bench. And
spontaneously appeared.
It appeared out of nowhere. Everyone thought I brought it in. I didn't. We don't know who brought it in. We have no idea. This is a mystery.
It's a mystery gift.
So whoever broke into our offices and left us a bench, thank you. We love it. I'm like, we're going to start hosting a podcast from in here. We could. We've got seating.
It's a very comfortable bench.
You know what? I haven't sat on it, but I like putting my purse on it. Thrilling content. All right, that's the last we're going to talk about this today. But guys, thanks for joining us. There's me opening up my own YouTube so I can keep an eye on the comments. But yeah, bring in the comments, guys. If you are watching us live, leave some comments. I will address them. It'll be a good time. It'll be fun. Yeah. Arizona Diamondbacks, though, our National League friends, heading to the NLCS. Very exciting for them. That was a wild game, a wild series. Really I didn't expect the Dodgers to get swept, but good for the Diamondbacks. That's nothing on them. They've had a really good season. Let's start off, though, with the Coach Prime effect. This is... Okay, the Coach Prime effect. We've got Attaboy Gate. Like, a lot of drama happened in Philly yesterday, and we are going to break it down starting right now. So this all started when Nick Castellanos and Bryce Harper both showed up to Citizens Bank Park on Wednesday wearing Coach Prime gear. Bryce Harper had this T-shirt that was, that vintage style of T-shirt. And then Nick Castellanos just straight up wearing CU branded gear. So it was definitely a statement. It was definitely a statement for a lot of reasons. So, of course, the first thing we all think of, it's personal. And things did get personal with the Phillies and the Braves over the course of this season, specifically after the Attaboy incident. That was Arcia, right? Orlando Arcia, right? I'm not going crazy. But yeah, so let's get back on track. Okay, we're back on track. Hello. So Arcia said in the clubhouse, Attaboy Harper, but didn't say it in the context of an interview, just kind of said it in the clubhouse as reporters came in. So the narrative on social media over the past couple of days, Braves fans have been like, well, he didn't say that. He never said that. That's a made up quote. It's actually not a made up quote. He did say it, and he admitted to that last night. Didn't admit to it. No one was saying, did you say it or did you not? No, he just said, listen, yeah, I said that, but I didn't say that intending on him to hear it. I said that in the confines of this clubhouse. And, also mentioned how this is going to affect, their relationship with the media, how it's going to affect the relationships that they've already had with media, with people who've already been covering this team. So that, of course, is an issue in itself. Now that we know that he really did say it, but wasn't intending on anyone to hear it. So, a little context, too, because I'm assuming most of the people listening have never been in a major league clubhouse in a press situation. So this is kind of how it works after a game. Not quite sure how different it is during a postseason game, but after a game, typically you go talk to the manager, typically not in the clubhouse, typically somewhere else, maybe his office, maybe a press room. And then afterwards, You go to the clubhouse, you talk to players, you do your interviews after the game, etc. So there's like a little bit of a period after the game, like between when the game ends and when reporters get in there, where the guys just have the clubhouse to themselves. So, I mean, maybe he said this in that time where like reporters were just starting to arrive. Maybe he said it to another player in a conversation, but he wasn't intending on the press getting a hold of him saying, "Attaboy Harper." But Bryce Harper heard it nonetheless. He found out about it. We all found out about it. And he used that to fuel him. Because that was an insane Phillies-Braves game last night at Citizens Bank Park. 10-2 Phillies. A huge deficit there, a wild game in itself. And the craziest part is that the two guys rocking Coach Prime gear, Nick Castellanos and Bryce Harper, okay, not only did they each homer, they each homered twice in a playoff game against the Braves. The Braves, who won more than 100 games this season. So the energy out there in Philly right now, kind of unreal. But also, the Coach Prime stuff comes on an interesting day because it's how many years was it? Let's bring up Mandy Randhawa's tweet because I think, he's got, this was the thing we were all pointing out. So it was 30 years ago yesterday, 30 years ago, Coach Prime, then known as Deion Sanders, made history because he was the first guy to play in an MLB game and an NFL game on the same day. So he went in, played in Game 5 of the 93 NLCS. Then he played for the Atlanta Falcons. So just those two things in themselves, that's pretty wild. That's pretty cool. That is not something that we're going to see anytime soon again. But for them to be rocking an Atlanta legend on the day that they're playing the Braves, on the day when they have their heart set on getting revenge on the Braves, they come in like this. That was wild. Last night was so wild on so many levels. It was the kind of night that really reminds you why postseason baseball is just the best playoff situation out of any of the major sports. This is just, it's all drama, but these guys are backing it up with their bats. That's for sure. And if you guys saw the picture, that ice cold stare Bryce Harper gave Arcia. Oh my gosh, what a freaking night. Oh, we've got some comments in here. Nathan, didn't know that Celsius was an energy drink. Daughter drank one at 7 p.m. the other night and never went to bed. Oh my gosh. I did tweet about Celsius. They're not a sponsor. We don't have an energy drink sponsor yet. But yeah, I chugged a Celsius right before this show, which I tweeted about. Now I'm slowing down with an Olipop that matches my shirt. It's orange. I'm orange.
So aesthetic.
The aesthetic is real, you guys. I'm such an aesthetic girly. And I'm happy y'all are here for it. But yeah, keep those comments coming, guys. I love it, whether it's about baseball, whether it's about something silly. But yeah, we've got people in here watching. So happy to see you guys. But yeah, I'm happy I could hopefully give y'all some context on the Attaboy, Braves, Phillies, Coach Prime situation, because there are layers to it. It is a very layered situation. We are going to get into a little more news, a little more recap, a little more of everything. But first, let's shout out our friends at Circa Sportsbook. They are the ones that have the iconic Stadium Swim. It's a huge screen, bigger than I can even comprehend, honestly. But it's at a pool. It is so cool. They've got club seating. They've got cabanas. Of course, they have cabanas. It's Vegas. How could a pool in Vegas not have a cabana? But 2 swim-up bars. It's open 365 days a year, too. So just remember that. But yeah, they've got 6 pools, 2 spas. It's a cool situation. The resort's great. They have 500 rooms, lots of different layouts. I like that they have art from local artists. And listen, guys, this is where the DNVR / ALLCITY fam stays whenever we go to Vegas. So if you're heading out for Broncos Raiders or maybe Avs Knights, or maybe you're just going out for something that's not even sports related, or maybe you're just gambling because they got a great sports book too, you can use code DNVR20 for 20% off your stay at a resort in Las Vegas, like a really cool one. That's an insane code. Again, DNVR20, you were getting 20% off. And of course, the Circa Sportsbook app is available in Colorado. Gotta be in Colorado though. But download the Circa Sports app and get into it. You have to be physically located in the state of Colorado, must be 21 or older. All rights reserved. Circa Sports Colorado encourages you to gamble responsibly. If you have a gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER or visit problemgamblingcolorado.org. And of course, we got to talk about Breck. Breck has a watch party tonight for Thursday night football. So we have a watch party too, by the way. But if you wanted to listen, it's a Thursday night game. We all know people have, they don't want to deal with traffic. So like if you're on that side of town, you should go to the Farmhouse in Littleton. They have a whole watch party tonight. It's going to be awesome. But keep in mind, when you come here to the DNVR bar, the Broncos Country Pale Ale is still the beer of the month. You are getting a pint of that for $6, and it's a new recipe too. So if you've tried it before and you had thoughts on it, try it again. Have some new thoughts on it. Who knows? But yeah, head to breckbrew.com to find a Breck brew beer near you. So yeah, Deion Sanders, yesterday was the 30th anniversary of him becoming the first athlete to suit up for the NFL and the MLB. The MLB. Who am I? First one to suit up for MLB and the NFL in the same day. Pretty insane. Crazy to see that both the guys repping Coach Prime hit 2 home runs each. Nuts. That Phillies game, man, we saw Brad Hand, Phillies legend. He is a Phillies legend. He was pitching for them in their World Series last year. Rockies legend too, since he spent most of this season here with us at Elevation. He gave up that homer to Bryce Harper. Threw him 3 sweepers. The first one was a foul. The second was a ball. The third one right in the zone. That was the home run. That was Bryce's second homer of the night, by the way, because the first one was a 3-run homer, and that was when the energy of the game changed. But Bryce Harper now has more home runs in has the most home runs in NLDS history. He passed Chipper Jones. So, I mean, ultimately, yesterday was a terrible day to be an Atlanta Braves fan. Apparently, I saw this on Twitter. The Braves radio booth was not happy about Bryce Harper did like a throat slashing kind of gesture, pretty common. We see that in pop culture a lot, But they went into this whole thing about how in this like political climate, like he shouldn't do that. They literally called for his suspension on the radio. So, the broadcasters are getting a little hurt right now. The team they've been covering that won more than 100 games got their stuff handed to them by the Philadelphia Phillies last night. Pretty wild. Tiff, did you catch that game?
No, I was watching some hockey, unfortunately.
Right, because the Avs have opened their season. They have. How did they do? I did not watch the Avs last night.
That's okay. You had your priorities. I had mine. It's totally fine. They actually were on at separate times, but I had to get ready for the show, so I was not able to catch the Phillies. But
got it.
Avs looked great. They were flying around the Kings all night. They got a little sloppy in the second period, but they figured it out. It was good. Good time. They won.
They won. You know what? They won. First of many, I hope.
Yes.
First of many. Let's see if we have some Rockies news. Wynton Bernard signed to play with the Toros del Este. Did I say that right? I don't know. I'm sorry. In the Dominican League. Linton Bernard going to be playing in the Dominican League this winter. Brendan Rodgers' girlfriend, Chrissy, ran the Chicago Marathon over the weekend. Apparently, I knew a lot of people who ran the marathon. That was all over my timeline, but she completed it. Good for her. Congratulations, Chrissy. She's a good one. The Dbacks game too. Oh my gosh, the Dbacks game was crazy. That little NL West matchup where the Dbacks completed the sweep. Listen, the Dbacks are living our dream, by the way. Okay, they were a 110-loss team literally 2 seasons ago. Now they're in the postseason, out there sweeping the Dodgers. Could the D-backs be us? I know that we like to look at other teams who have made that big turnaround, and we want to see ourselves in those teams. Of course we do. How could we not? But, yeah, 100-loss team. Yeah, no, the Orioles, another 100-win team this year that lost 100 games a couple of seasons ago. You know, these are the teams that we're looking at to compare ourselves, our Rockies to. So, yeah, the Diamondbacks are doing that right now. They didn't win the division, but they certainly shut down the team that did. They also had 4 home runs in that 3rd inning, and that, my friends, is a postseason record. They were the first team in the postseason in MLB history to hit 4 home runs in a single inning. That 3rd inning was crazy. We're going to get into that a little more in just a second, but let's talk about our friends at Kind Love, because we have some huge Kind Love news. We have, we have our custom joint pack. We have a custom joint pack. It is a 5-joint, pre-roll pack. It's $25. It's available in indica and sativa, and use code DNVR to get that $25 though. But we have our own weed now. That's insane to me. That's so cool. But you guys got to try it. You can head to the store in Cherry Creek. It's in that shopping center off of Alameda. That's near the Target, near the PetSmart. So that's where it's located. They also have a location in North Denver. But if you mention DNVR in there, you are going to get 25% off all Kind Love flower, the Turbo Joint line, and the Immaculate Vibes Joint Pack. Code DNVR2 if you're going to pre-order online or if you want to check out their extensive menu. But yeah, y'all, we got a weed. We got a weed brand.
If you want to hold for just 2 seconds, I've got something that makes this even better.
Oh my gosh, tell me, Tiff.
I will just show you, Suze.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. I'm so glad we watched that. Thank you. That's so fun. But yeah, let's bring it back to some baseball, shall we? Let's talk about that 3rd inning of last night's Dodgers Diamondbacks game. Of course, the first game back in Arizona for the Diamondbacks. Gabby Moreno. Okay, seemingly homered on a 4th pitch 4-seamer. It went far. It went just a little foul. The initial call on the field was that it was a home run. But then the umps got together. They're like, no. This was not a home run. This was a foul ball. And of course, you've got all the Dodgers player, because it went into their bullpen. So they're all pointing their fingers that it went foul. So Gabby Moreno runs the bases, and in this moment I was like, oh man, that's gotta suck. You run the bases, you thought you hit a home run, and then you just gotta go right back to the plate and start over and continue your at bat. So yeah, Gabby Moreno gets up there after. Oh yeah, the other thing. So the other thing too. So the ump said it was a home run. They changed their mind immediately and said no, it was a foul ball. The Diamondbacks challenged the foul call. That, of course, the challenge does not go through. The call stands. The second original call stands. So it was very confusing. It was so weird. But of course, Gabby Moreno blocks all of it out. He steps up to the plate. Guess what? He actually hits a home run when he gets back to the plate. It was actually the craziest thing. And then, of course, he batted right after Christian Walker. Christian Walker did a home run right before him. So that was the 4-home run third inning. You kind of felt like it was all over for the Dodgers in there. Yeah, it was pretty wild. It was pretty freaking wild. I thought the Dodgers would do a little more, but I think Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman in this postseason went a combined 1 for 21. So these are guys who were usually top performers for the Dodgers, and they couldn't get anything in this postseason. That's how they got swept, is because these guys who usually hit, who are unstoppable, had nothing in the tank right now. It was very strange. Oh, Johnny, hello. R.A. Wilson, good to see you. Thanks for hopping in the chat, guys. We got a good crew going on in here, and I love that. If you have questions, if you have concerns, if you have comments, throw them in here, folks. Throw them in. I will address them. I may address them all. I probably will. But yeah, the Diamondback starter too last night. Their youngest starter in postseason history for the Diamondbacks themselves, 24 years old. So again, they've got all of those pieces that we would love to have, all of their young talent coming together, rising up to the occasion, not necessarily super experienced, some of these younger players they have, but they are getting the experience right now, and they're doing well. They are doing well. Gabby Moreno, though, oh my gosh, he had an injury in the wild card round where he got hit in the back of the head with a bat. And then, okay, this is wild. He got injured again last night, too, in the 5th inning. They took him out of the game with a right hand contusion. He avoided a worse injury, thankfully. But yeah, he says he's ready for the next series. Could be against the Phillies. Could be an all-city matchup, which I think would be so much fun for us. Now that our company is growing, it's cool that we can build these little rivalries within our company. Super fun stuff, you guys. Super fun stuff. Real fast, let's talk about our friends at Backus and Schenker, because if you are seriously injured in an incident that was not your fault, Backus and Schenker has your back. They've been doing it for more than 25 years here in the state of Colorado. It is totally free until they win money for you. Y'all know that. And they've done it to the tune of more than $1 billion. And they can help with all kinds of cases where you weren't at fault: car accidents, motorcycle rideshare, pedestrians, trucks. They can help you if you're hurt at work. But give them a call at 222-2222, all two lows. Speaking of hurt at work, find out if you have a case for free, because Backus and Schenker wins. All right. We have so much going on here tonight. Where are we timing-wise on the show? We are 23 minutes in. Oh, my goodness. Listen, we have a fun show tomorrow, though. Tomorrow's Friday the 13th. Tiff, are you a fan of spooky season?
I love spooky season.
She loves spooky season. Yeah, tomorrow's what's going to be spookier? Tomorrow, Friday the 13th, or the Broncos on Thursday Night Football?
I think tonight might be a little spookier, honestly.
And I'm sure everyone heard, but Taylor Swift is going to be at the game. Of course. They're in Kansas City. Someone texted me. One of my friends texted me, not realizing the game was in Kansas City. She's like, "Are you going to the game?" It's like, no.
You're
not.
like,
I'm not.
I wasn't until you asked.
I know. Right. I'm like, yeah, like let me pop out to Kansas City real fast. No, that's going to be insane. We have a watch party here at the bar tonight too. Wait, tonight. Okay, so 6 p.m. That's when it's all going down. Here are the deals tonight, by the way. $20 domestic towers all night. Okay, so we've got those big ass beer towers. $5 well drinks all night. And a little PS2 giveaway. A Pat Surtain II jersey will be given away to someone at the bar at halftime. That'll be super fun. Our Broncos watch parties are always a good time. But like something about Thursday night, I think it's going to get wild in here, like in a really, really good way. So yeah, tonight, that NLDS, that final, well, not the final, but the final series that's still going, Phillies Braves, that'll be on at 4:00 Mountain Time. And then afterwards, I will tune in and watch the Broncos. How does that sound? I think that sounds pretty good. Tiff, have you decided on a Halloween costume yet?
No, I will probably be lazy somehow.
No, because I already put out, Megan and I were talking about this after the last show that we did together.
Yeah.
And you, everyone has to dress up on Halloween. Halloween lands on a Tuesday.
Okay.
So you got to wear something.
Well,
like
no. It's fine that I'll wear something. I just don't promise that it won't be like a onesie from Hot Topic.
Oh. Are you a Hot Topic girly?
Oh, I'm such a Hot Topic girly.
I don't mean this to sound like rude or like anything, but I'm like, I didn't know Hot Topic like was still around.
Yeah, it kind of isn't. I mean,
oh, okay.
I mean, I'm not
but
exactly,
the lifestyle lives on.
I suppose the emo never dies. It's not just a phase.
Emo, it's not a phase, Mom.
It's not a phase, Susie.
Hot Topic, well, because, it's a store that you see at malls. And, like, malls barely exist now.
I'd say it's very much more like it's like an alternative streetwear / super nerdy.
Yeah.
So, like, there's a lot of, like, anime stuff and, like, TV shows, all kinds of, like, other random stuff there.
Yeah. Back when I was a teen, they used to sell those big jeans. Remember those huge jeans?
Yeah.
Where you could fit, like, 5 people in one leg? I had friends who wore those.
I feel like those are coming back in style, just like as like a norm, and I don't like it.
They actually are. Like I've seen. I don't know if it's like ironically or like these like Gen Z kids are like so strange.
I mean, it's just they're making the 90s cool again, I guess.
Yeah, but they're gonna walk out with those big jeans on a rainy day, and they're gonna realize why we stopped wearing them. I never wore them. I never went through a goth phase or like an outwardly emo phase.
What about bootcut jeans?
Oh, well, I love bootcut jeans, but again, that has the same issue with
or the flare. Yeah.
Man.
Anyways, DNVR Fashion Podcast.
Welcome to DNVR Fashion. I'm Suzie Hunter. Yeah. Did we miss anything on the outline? Oh, wait, hold on a second. The Buffs are a Friday night game this week, right?
I think so.
The Buffs are Friday. But yeah, they got a tailgate going on. Are they here? Like, are they in Colorado tomorrow?
I don't know. Let me look.
Yeah, there's a tailgate coming up. It's it's all you can eat buffet from Saucy Southern. It's all you can drink Breck Brew beers and seltzers. Get the heck out of here. Alcoholic beverages from Big Sips, Olipop sodas. Olipop. And it's only $25. It's gonna be and they're giving away a Shador Sanders jersey. So there's a raffle ticket. So if you go to this tailgate, you have a chance to win that. That's pretty rad. It's $25. That's like a good deal too. For all the craziness in Boulder. Yeah. Got to do that. Have to. All right. I think we got to everything that we like really needed to get to. Just what a wild ride this is. I can't believe that Bryce Harper and Nick Castellanos wore Coach Prime gear, and then it worked. And it worked like better than anyone could have written it. Like if I told you that's what they were going to do, you would have been like, "That's Suzie, that's so silly. That is so freaking silly." Oh, if you want one of those, if you like the Attaboy storyline, if you like the narrative, PHLY dropped an Attaboy shirt, so check that out too. I think this would be like maybe a good place to close it out. Tiff, what do you think? I think so. That's pretty much all that's going on in the world of baseball that is adjacent to the Rockies.
My quick Google search says that the game starts at 8 p.m., but I don't know if my quick Google search is Eastern time or
you know
Mountain
what?
time,
I think it's 8 p.m. out here.
Dang.
Because like everyone was complaining about how it was really late. So there you go.
It's the Avs life for you too. So suck it up, Buttercups.
Suck it up, Buttercups. Let's get out of here. We're going to close this out, guys. Tiff, what's your Twitter handle?
Tiffany with an I_Tano on Twitter, and yeah, that's it.
She knows her Twitter handle, ladies and gentlemen.
It took me 8 years, but
a huge development. Guys, you can follow me at the Suzie Hunter, but above all, make sure you are following all of the latest at DNVR_Rockies. We are right now looking at all these postseason games, watching every pitch of these matchups, and figuring out how we can make it about the Colorado Rockies and how we can prepare ourselves for a team that is actually in the postseason. That would be so fun for us. But yeah, DNVR_Rockies. I will be back here. It's going to be a very spooky Friday the 13th edition of the Rockies podcast. We're calling it Rocks After Dark, but it's at 3:30 Mountain Time. So tune in. And Tiff, you know what we like to say here about closing out a podcast?
what do we recently like to say about closing out a podcast?
Recently, we say, fuck it, we ball. And I will talk to you guys at 3:30 here on the DNVR Sports YouTube channel. Talk to you then.
We all silly like the mayor.